Hey guys, this is Michael Carrier from Zapdot. I just wanted to give a quick video to go over the build pipeline stuff and hopefully give you guys a quick overview of how awesome and how powerful it actually is. Just to kind of kick things off, everything in here has an expectation that your folders are organized in a specific way. I talked about this in a previous blog post, but essentially what you do is you create a top-level project folder. In this case, I've called it build test, and then you have a couple folders underneath that. Right now, build includes is empty, and we'll get back to that in a minute. Build tools contains a folder for 7-zip because Windows doesn't have any sort of command line way to zip files and folders up. And then underneath there, along with that, we also have the Unity folder, which has the entire Unity project. And I pretty much do this so I can throw an entire project in version control, but if I have things outside of the Unity project that I want to keep in, in version control for that particular project, it lets me keep them together without clogging up my Unity project. All right, so I've opened up this project inside of Unity. It's a completely blank project, and we're going to import the Unity package with the 3 scripts that I've included. For the sake of this, I'm just going to quickly create a game scene. The folder where the scene resides is particularly relevant because of the scripts. So we save this to the scenes folder. All right, now we've got our game with no lights and just a ball in it. So there's a couple files that we need to edit. First thing we need to do is we need to go into app info and give this game a name. So I looked up something on the game name generator, and it said that we should call this Fancy Thunder. Now, there's a difference between long name and short name. Short name we use to we use it in bundle identifiers for like a Google Play ID or an Apple App Store ID, and we also use it with folders and file names as well when we're creating builds for the game. So with the short name, don't put any spaces, don't put any special characters, just keep it alphanumeric, and that'll be fine. So we save that, and then we're going to open up File Tools. And on line 203 for Mac users, you actually have to put in the path name to your Dropbox folder. So this is my local path for my Dropbox folder on my computer. For Windows users, the awesome thing is that I've got a little bit of code here that can read and find out wherever your Dropbox folder is automatically. So we've got that set up. We can close MonoDevelop, and we should be good to go. So, let's say we want to take this game and we want to build it to all PC platforms, so Windows, Mac, and Linux. We're just going to run the build script here. And we'll let it build. So, got Windows done, Mac is done, and Linux just finished too. So, I mean, it's really not a big project, so it's going to be very quick. So that's all done, but this is the cool thing about this. If we look, we've now, the script has now created a builds folder in our project folder. I usually do not put this in version control, but if you wanted to, you could always version your builds. And you'll see that it has created the individual folders where all those builds are stored, and it's already zipped them up, and in the zip file name, it's included the version number. Now, this is versioned by 2-digit year, 2-digit month, and then a 2-digit date along with the build count. So if you did multiple builds on one day, it would be _2, _3, and so on and so forth. Now, one other cool feature about this is the build includes. So let's say I had a special file that I wanted to include in only the Windows build. That might be something like we have the Twitch SDK for Drop That Beat Like an Ugly Baby. So I'm going to go in here into the build includes file or folder, and I'm going to create a folder structure that completely mimics my builds directory. So now, if you see build includes, I'm going to have no store and then Windows, and then I have this super important file that I want to make sure is included with my Windows build. So I'll go back now and go back and just build Windows. All right, so now you can see the Windows build automatically includes that super important file. And you'll see that the Windows now has a second zip with the second build count for that. So we actually have, we can easily version stuff. Now, one other cool thing is we have the push to Dropbox feature. So if I go to build, no store, and push to Dropbox, you'll notice the Dropbox icon is already uploading stuff, and inside your Dropbox folder, there's a game builds folder that gets created. And we get Fancy Thunder right inside of it. So now you'll notice what this does is it keeps all of your latest builds for each individual platform there. And we did actually have a build before, which is then immediately put in the archive folder. So you can easily upload builds and put them, right onto your Dropbox folder. And one other neat thing that you could do with Dropbox is you grab the share link, and off screen I'm going to make a quick Dropbox link here, edit it and call Fancy Thunder Builds. Copy that, and if we go back to Chrome, open up a new tab and go to bit.ly/Fancy Thunder Builds, it can automatically go to our Dropbox folder, which has all of the files that are being uploaded. So as these things get uploaded to Dropbox, will instantly, anybody that you share that bit.ly link with will immediately have access to not only your latest builds, but also older versions as well in case you release a broken build. So that's pretty much it. That's the build script or build pipeline that I've kind of put out here, and I hope you guys use it and find it as useful and fast to get your builds out to people and create a build process that is concise and speedy.